Hey, this is Brian B. How's it going? Welcome to the Confidence Building Breakdown video. This video is going to be the most important video in this entire program. And because I'm going to be talking about some concepts and more complex information, I've set up this video in a slideshow format. In this video, I'm going to show you the method that I use to go from being the textbook definition of that shy, awkward guy to being able to perform at the 2010 Vancouver Olympics closing ceremony with my crew. And this is in front of 10,000 people on live international television with no nervousness and not even breaking a sweat. Also, you're going to learn how to actually use this dance program and what to do after watching this video. Alright, so you're watching this video because chances are you've been in this situation where you're at a social function like a club, a lounge, or a wedding, and you're just hanging out, and all of a sudden the music kicks in and everyone starts heading over to the dance floor, and since you don't know how to dance, you are left behind and ignored. The thought of being on the dance floor and dancing in front of people, the possibility of you humiliating yourself makes you really uncomfortable. You might have even watched some videos online, some dance tutorials. You might even have practiced at home, but you know that dancing at home on your own, following along the videos, it's not the same as dancing in front of real live people. What it comes down to, you just want to go out on the dance floor, dance freely, and have fun, knowing that you don't look stupid and knowing that you're not embarrassing yourself, right? So, how come it's so hard for us to just do that? Get on the dance floor and just have fun? Well, knowing the dance move is one thing, but the thing that's really stopping us is the lack of confidence. When we don't have the confidence to dance, knowing all the dance moves in the world won't matter. I think you know this already. Okay, so you're asking, how do I build the confidence to dance? Well, let me even go further and say the real question you're asking is, how do I build the confidence to dance without having to just jump in and practice for hours on end with no clear direction? Or having to get outside of our comfort zone and force ourselves to dance in public in hopes we get used to it that way? Let me answer that for you. What we want to do in this process is we want to take baby steps. So, small steps that build your confidence. This way, you won't have to get super uncomfortable forcing yourself to do things that you don't feel like doing. It's not going to be painful, in other words, no chance of embarrassing moments. Alright, let's jump in. So how exactly do you get confidence? Well, confidence comes from the knowing that you're going to be okay with the future outcome in any situation. Not to get super technical or intellectual on you, but in other words, it's saying, hey, whatever is going to happen next, it's not going to surprise me. It's no big deal. Now, having reference experience that the outcome is going to turn out okay is what gives you the certainty that things are going to turn out okay. When you're driving on the road, you have a fair amount of confidence that the car from the opposite lane is not going to drive over the lane and smash into you. This is because you've been driving for a long enough amount of time, you know that this doesn't usually happen. You also know that by turning the little knob on the stove, the house is not going to blow up. Because you've, turned the stove on countless numbers of times before and things turned out okay. See, these are all reference experiences that says, hey, I'm gonna do this action right here and the outcome is gonna be okay. So, getting reference experience equals building confidence. Simple formula, right? Now you're asking, how exactly do I get reference experience then? No, I'm not gonna say just learn the moves, go out and dance and just practice. Because that's not practical. It pushes you way too far outside of your comfort zone. Not likely you'll actually do it. Now, we come back to the concept of taking baby steps. What you want to do first is you want to have the validation from yourself that you look okay when you're dancing. This is reference experience number 1. Second, you want to see yourself dancing from someone else's point of view to make sure you look okay to other people. This is reference experience number 2. I'll show you how to do this. Then, thirdly, actually dance in public without people watching. So you get outside of your comfort zone just a little bit, but at the same time, not risking embarrassing yourself. Reference experience number 3, that is. Lastly, you want to actually get some compliments from people, having people tell you that you're actually a good dancer. When the time comes, of course. And that's reference experience number 4. See, by taking these 4 steps to get the 4 different reference experiences, you would have built a pretty solid belief that you look good dancing, and there's no way that people will see you and think you look dumb or want to make fun of you. So then let's get to some action steps. And this is how you're going to use the entire Dance Floor Confidence program. Here we go. First, if you haven't done so already, go through the FAQ video tutorials. Just get a basic understanding of the topics I talk about in the section. Then you want to move on to part 1 of the program. From there, learn the 3 dance moves, the step-based moves. Understand the transitions for connecting the moves. From there, you want to try those moves out in front of the mirror. And this is your first reference experience. You need to be able to get these moves to the level where you're happy with them. In other words, you need to be able to do them to a level where you're satisfied with how you look. If you spend a little bit of time on these, you should have them down very quickly. Okay, then we move on to the second reference experience, seeing yourself dance from a third person's point of view. In other words, from someone else's eyes. How do you do this? Simple. You use a video camera. What you want to do is you want to set up a tripod or position a camera so it films you from behind you at an angle. From there, you want to follow the drills from part 1. Dance to it while the camera is filming. Okay, guess what? This is the big moment. When you watch the footage of yourself doing the drill, you will have a very good idea of how you look. Again, you want to be satisfied with how you look from a third person point of view. If it looks off, go back to the tutorials, see why it doesn't look right, fix it, and go through the drills again with your camera. Do this until it looks right to you, until it matches your standard. And that is the second reference experience. Once you have yourself on film and you feel pretty good about it, it's time to take it public. But wait, you're saying, but I'm not ready. Well, don't worry. With this method, nobody is gonna see you or judge you. Hence, no embarrassing moments. How do you do this, you ask? Well, the secret here is, contrary to popular belief, when you dance in a busy venue, somewhere where there's a lot of people on the dance floor, nobody actually notices you. That's right. Think about it. How can anyone possibly notice you when you're camouflaged in the sea of movements of other people? So, you want to take these moves to a busy venue on a busy night, get in close with the crowd, listen to the music, and practice your steps. A quick note, it will be different. The space will be tight, your steps will be smaller, but essentially you will build the reference experience. This is a critical step. You have to be okay dancing in public with the presence of other real live people. I think you know this already. At this point, you're ready to move on to part 2. Do the exact same process with part 2 of the program. Learn the bounce-based moves, learn the transitions, get used to seeing yourself, make sure the moves look okay, and take it somewhere public. And then this last step, getting some compliments. Okay, this is the last little leap. Trust me on this though. At this point, any average person will see you as a good dancer. Compared to any other guy, you are already 20 steps more advanced. No puns intended. Go with a partner, someone you know, someone outgoing, non-judgmental, and likes to talk. There's not much for techniques in this case. Just do your thing and let them send their compliments your way. And that is reference experience number 4. And you might realize by the time you're at this last step, you've already achieved your goal of having confidence to dance, have fun, and not worry about looking silly. Alright, and that's all I got for you. It's time for you to put all this into action. Oh, and don't forget the bonus dance moves. Learn a few of those and it will boost your confidence through the roof. Nobody will see those coming. Okay, so go get started with the rest of the FAQ or part 1. This is Brian B. I'll see you there.